Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to ZeldaSpeedRuns, and welcome to the Wind Waker Randomizer Miniblins Tournament 2025. First restream of the tournament. We're happy to be here. Happy to be here for the second qualifier, and happy to have a wonderful team of volunteers. And that includes our two volunteers on commentary, Yoshi and Lyric, and together with them, the trackers, Arctic Fern, Fastest of One, and Yota Chiamaka. And that's it for now from me, because you want to see the action, so let's move over and say hi, comps.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Thank you, Trez. Yes, this is Wind Waker Miniblins. This is our beginner-friendly randomizer tournament that we hold pretty annually, starting 2 years ago. Just a lot. We put a lot of the checks that were a little bit longer, a little out of the way. We lowered the dungeon count and made it a lot easier for new runners to come in. This is the second qualifier, in-person qualifier.
Yeah, I especially like that one of the runners that we've got on Restream today is Bobby, because I believe he was last year's champion, so I'm very excited to see how much he defends his title.
Yeah, and interesting fact about Bobby is I believe he started running in Miniblins of last year. Ended up blowing everybody out of the water in that tournament too, and ended up winning the main season as well. So it just goes to show that these Miniblin tournaments actually do help to bolster the competition a lot. So I'm excited to see what some of these new runners that come in can do.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, we're looking to start here in a few seconds. It looks like everyone's ready in the race room. We'll get started shortly. Another important thing is that we are an updated version of the randomizer, which also means that there's a few different quirks with it. We have a couple. You are now allowed to exclude checks instead of having to have the entire setting on. So we have a couple short side quests. We don't have all of them. Importantly, we have Lenzo's attic or the Picto Box checks, and we have hide and seek with Miss Marie and the killer bees on, which were not on in the last mini ones.
Ooh, seems we're off.
Yep, looks like we're started. Checking our hints on King of Red Lions first.
I think I just saw that Cliff Plateau is barren, which is a shame, because that means we don't get to see one of my favourite storage tricks, unfortunately.
Yeah, but luckily that BPR was also hinted foolish for Big Rock, so both of those usually like to pair together, but since both of those are dead, then you don't even have to worry about that.
That's true.
Yeah, and the main schools of thought here when you enter the seed are the cliff plat into BPR, which of course we can't do in this seed. Windfall is also pretty common, and then Outset, like you see Armageddon do. They're gonna head out to Outset first. Those are basically the most common stars that I've seen. Alright, so we see Night Windfall on Bobby's side and Tanjo's side. This is a bit of a more recent thing, because Mila is a check that we have to do, but there's been a lot of discourse about when you should do Mila. A lot of people like to wait until they have other night checks, like the lighthouse. But some people also just like to do it early because it could have something important.
Door strat. It's a nice thing to put in when waiting for Mila. Did have a bit of trouble with getting storage, but he got it.
Yeah, and if you're a little confused on what we mean by storage, basically, if you pull the Wind Waker on a specific wacky interactions, but for this one, if you open the door right next to Tanjo, the one that usually takes you to the cafe, it'll open the door to the House of Wealth instead.
Now, was early Mila worth it?
I'm about to find out. Nope.
No. Typical.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I'm always of the opinion that you should wait to do it to Jamila. And on Armageddon's side, after completing Outset, did head over to Diamond Step to do Diamond Step early. Usually you need a hookshot here, but if you time your jump just right, you'll get into the middle of that big octo pool. And the game doesn't really know what to do with you when that happens, so they just put you out on the island.
And thank you, Maggie, for the bow. Very cool.
Yeah, the early windfall plays seeming to work out here. We did have a path hint here. So that might have been it, but probably going to be a little disappointed here by Mila. It looks like Blue Sean's doing the same thing that Armageddon's doing. So we have two pretty similar routes across four runners here. Two going to Windfall early and two going to Outset.
Ooh, 2 spikies in Diamond Step.
Ooh, sword.
Cool.
Nice. So these checks are out of logic right now. They do require the hookshot to be had, but these can also help you to figure out where the hookshot will be if you get something pretty important. Let's see what this other check is. Shard.
Required, of course, but not exactly useful.
Yep. Yeah, and it looks like Tanjo and Bobby are both leaving. They both got the bow and the ghost ship chart, so they're heading to Crescent pretty much instantly to go deal with this ghost ship. So an Armageddon dude is doing a super swim here to Islet. Not something you see pretty often. It's pretty obsolete at this point since we have the swift sail and it's pretty fast, but still might save a little bit of time if you do it pretty well. So we'll see how it goes. And very clean, very nice by Armageddon. So they're gonna get this Islet check pretty early. Meanwhile, Tanjo dealing with the pose in Ghost Ship. Having the bow here is really nice, so you don't have to deal with the Wizard of Swans.
Okay,
Ooh,
bombs, cool. That's nice.
Yeah. And a Cabana Deed from Cyclos on Bobby's end. That does potentially put Cabana Deed in logic, or Cabana Labyrinth in logic. You see a bit more divergence. Blue Sean gonna head over to Windfall. Tanjo's heading to DRC for the first time, and looks like Bobby's here as well.
Yeah, Tanjo's probably hoping to find the grapple.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if Tanjo enters DRC here. We did have a Dragon Roost Cavern, 2 Dragon Roost Cavern path in, so...
That would make sense.
Yeah. And we got the bomb, so we can enter DRC. Another change that we made with this randomizer version is that Dragon Roost Cavern is not always open. There is a rock on the fountain now. So you do have to break that in order to open DRC. You can do that a couple ways with the bombs, with the bottle to water the bomb plants, or you could just leap over to the other side. You see Bobby using storage here, trying to get to the leaf check that's here. And going from the right side, not something very common, but it is faster. And he got a second try. And
More-
another piece of cheese.
Yeah, more cheese.
Looks like Tanda's doing the same thing, but going from the left side. It's a longer walk, but it's a lot easier to do, so... And then after this, I suspect he'll probably enter DRC. Or he might wait for Leaf. We don't have Leaf yet, so... Alright, Bouchon getting the House of Wealth stuff. Ghost Ship chart and bow. Actually, it looks like Tanjo is just leaving.
Yeah, I'm wondering where he's going.
I can't really tell from here. Oh, it looks like paw print.
Ooh, okay. That makes sense, I guess, yeah.
I mean, if it were me racing, I probably would have entered DRC there. But this makes sense. You have the bombs, you can check 3 out of the 4 locations here. And it's pretty easy to route in because you know DRC is hinted to DRC. So if you get a grapple hook in DRC, you can just go right back to paw print.
Ah, nicer pair. Lovely.
Hey, you gotta stay healthy on the open sea.
That's true, yeah.
Alright, so we see Armageddon actually doing hide and seek with door cancel. This is a common strategy to get the Lenzo attic chests pretty early. Basically, if you do hide and seek with the kids, door cancel usually turns off the camera. But if you activate kids during that, it opens up your camera again, so you can more easily navigate with weird collision like that.
Yeah, Armageddon is having a bit of trouble with the small hitbox.
Gets it though.
Very nice.
Yep. And in Wind Waker, the motto is walls are optional. In
So
general.
true.
And a double spiky here.
Ooh.
Let's see. Shard here.
Another?
Another shard. And the Pictovox on Banjo's side.
I don't know if I like all this early cheese, to be honest, but I also like Hyrule Gambles, so who knows where this will go.
I mean, it wouldn't be a Trez seed without some gambles, wouldn't it?
That is very true.
Yes, Grandma is a check in Miniblins. You do need the bottle for it, which Tanjo, I believe, just got from Paw Print. Looks like he's heading down to Cyclos now. Miss Marie checked on Armageddon's side a joy pendant.
Wow, that's a bit reverse of what
It's
usually
thematic, though.
happens. That's great.
That is pretty funny. Bobby going to outset. Not going to be too happy with what he finds here. 2 dead checks. Likely will head over to Diamond Step after. But at this point, we're kind of... all the runners are kind of checking other checks that people have already gone to. So nothing really new here. I mean, we already know where a lot of cheese is. Like, we have like 6 pieces, right? Or something?
Yeah, I've got a lot of them. Like, a lot have been found early.
That does entice me to check Master Sword Chamber a little early, but we'll see what our runners like to do. Looks like Tanjo's gonna head over to Windfall. Now has the Picto, so can fully complete the Picto checks that Armageddon couldn't do. Most importantly, Pompey and Vera. Alright. 3 of our runners gonna be on Windfall at around the same time. Bobby is checking Diamond Step and get the sword and the cheese. And I mean, at this point, I'm kind of just waiting for people to enter DRC. I feel like that has the most checks open. You know it's going to be at least something good. It might not be the grapple, but it will probably lead you to the grapple.
Yeah, I don't really see anything else that's worth doing, honestly.
Yeah, there's not much left. Especially on like the side of Tanjo and the side of Blueshawn. I think the only thing left are these Windfall checks, and then probably going to head into DRC pretty soon. Okay. Tanjo going to go chase June Roberto, which is pretty fun. Okay. Bobby actually going to Islet. Not doing the super swim, but still pretty fast, and you don't actually need bombs to do this. We'll see if Bobby does the jump over the warship here. Yep, there he goes. With the new Swift Sail on the randomizer, it's a lot easier to make that jump. Yeah, and you see Tanjo going into Lenzo's house now, whereas Armageddon just left after the top because they have the Picto, so they can do this last Picto check here. Alright, new check on Tanjo's side. The Bouchon is about to get it too. And it's nothing.
Amazing.
Yeah, so at this point it looks like Dragon Roost pretty much locks all of our progression. I don't think there's anything else on the overworld we haven't seen yet. Both Tanjo and Bouchon finishing up kids here. Bobby is in Pop Run right now, gonna get the Pick the Box and the bottle. I guess that's another check we haven't seen. We haven't seen Grandma Mill yet, but that one's pretty out of the way if you've already done Outset.
Yeah, I honestly couldn't tell from the quick peek that they did at the high chest from the grapple the wall one in Pauper, but
Oh yeah, I couldn't either.
So who knows?
Tanjo still has it on his tracker, so it might have been spiky.
Okay.
And it's a little interesting here. Tanjo's going to Angular, I believe, which is a little interesting. We know that the cave is a boomerang, which is technically required, but you don't need it to complete these dungeons, and you also don't need it to complete the final boss. So... looks like Tanjo's gonna go for this, so probably was spiky. Yeah, this is an interesting play. You don't see Angular being prioritized pretty often.
I definitely could not have told it was spiky from the distance Tanjo peeked it.
Yeah, I couldn't either, but of course these runners, they know better than we do, so...
For
I
real.
trust their judgment.
Yeah, it is indeed spiky.
Yep, I would have checked that off my tracker and left. And it's more cheese.
Amazing.
Cheese. Again, finishing up the Dragon Roost Island check. Now heading to Ghost Ship, gonna get the bombs. It looks like Tanjo's heading to the outset part of the sea. I'm gonna grab the ferry for Grandma, and then, yep, head straight to outset. Again, no one entering dungeons yet, which is a little... I would definitely be entering DRC by now, but...
Yeah, I'm very surprised by this, especially with the hint there, but, you know, this is something to ask them afterwards.
Yeah, definitely. I think they might be waiting for Leaf to be able to do it backwards. That's probably what they're thinking.
That could be it, yeah.
But, I mean, you know that at least Grapple's gonna be in there. So I probably would just go check it. But we'll see how it works out for them. Again, finally getting their bombs here at the ghost ship. Tanjo gonna save Grandma, being a good grandchild. The first Grandma save of hopefully 4 in this restream. Yeah, so I mean at this point the only check we haven't seen yet is Grandma Mail on the overworld. I think everything else is accounted for.
I hope it's the hook shot.
That would be nice. Convenient for Tanjiro too, since he has to get a diamond step.
True, yeah.
It looks like we get our first dungeon dip here. Blue Sean heading into Dragon Roost. And nothing on Grandma Mail. So yeah, it looks
I mean,
like
that's
all of
close
our-
enough.
Yeah. Looks like all of our progression is in fact in Dragon Roost.
Yeah, I mean, Blue Sean is going there at least.
Yeah. Yeah, so stored items are not shown on the randomizer. You have to figure that out yourself. So, it's a lot of fun for our trackers. Speaking of which, shout outs to our trackers, Load the Giamaka, Arctic Fern, and Fastest the One. Doing a great job as always. But yeah, Wind Waker Randomizer, not the easiest game to track either, since you have to worry about those the storages. This is interesting. Tanjo going to Great Fish. Gonna pick this chest here. Of course, I can't see what this is, but Tanjo probably can.
I think that might have been Spiky, but I'm still not sure.
I mean, he checked it off of his tracker that time, so...
Oh, yeah, this would have been a great way for me to waste time just coming back later.
Yeah. Okay, he's gonna head to Islet. Meanwhile, Armageddon looks like going to Dragon Roost. Gonna head into Dragon Roost Cavern. Bushan making their way through. Another thing to note about the logic in this randomizer is that I'm pretty sure, someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe small keys can't be in the basement in this randomizer, which means the only thing that's preventing Dragon Roost from being almost fully completable without grappling hook is the chest across Lava Pit could have a small key. So we'll see if that comes into play here. There are ways around small keys, but we'll see if they end up doing them. Oh, I actually didn't even see Bobby enter Dragon Roost Cavern either, but they're also in here. So there are 3 runners in Dragon Roost Cavern, a 4th on the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the overworld gave us nothing, so all of our runners kind of bottlenecked into checking Dragon Roost Cavern here. Now we'll see if the seed will be nice and we can just fully complete this, or if we'll get an item that makes us leave, get the grappling hook, and then come back. Which is very possible.
Oh yeah, the power bracelets are definitely one of the hardest things for me to spot unless they happen to look at the menu in that exact area.
Yeah, because that's one of the only items that you have to switch over to the other menu for, right? So, kind of forget about it. Alright, here's a Spiky on Blue Sean's side.
More cheese? Nope,
Oh,
it's the
there's
grapple hook.
That's our hint fulfilled, which also means we can fully complete this dungeon. looks like it was Ferora's Pearl in the other rat room chest. Okay, here we go, and Blueshot's storing this chest to be able to do the small key skip.
I need to learn to do this. I've never done it.
Yeah, it's very helpful, especially in these settings where you don't need to worry about basement chests. You do forwards DRC pretty often, so being able to skip the key and guaranteed get all the way to the boss room is pretty handy. And there's delivery bit. Bobby following closely behind. Yeah, it looks like Blueshot just wanted to get rid of storage there to find their item. Not sure.
Oh,
exactly.
I wondered what he was doing.
Yeah, there's merit to just getting rid of your storage and getting your item, because there are a couple places I believe you can get kind of stuck with your chest storage, so it's easier to just get rid of it. Alright, so there's 2 people in pot room right now. Looks like Tanjo's heading up to chest under rope bridge. I don't think they have grapple yet, so I'm not sure exactly what they're trying to do here. Maybe just trying to get this one check and then heading back out.
A nice pot room leaf.
Oh wow, yeah, DRC was actually fully loaded this seat.
Yeah, so coming gear earlier would definitely have helped.
Yeah. It's alright though. Oh, and another spiky on Tanjo's side. And more cheese.
Yeah. Oh my god, we're so close.
I think we are missing 1 shard across all of our runners. Was Tanjo going for the gamer jump? Very
wow.
nice by Tanjo. I've never seen that in a race before, but that's very... Yeah.
I love that.
It also has the added benefit of skipping the key that you would normally skip with chest storage here, but this way you can do it a little bit faster. Yeah, very nice by Tanjo, and it's going to get rewarded with the grapple here.
We've got another spiky here.
TRC, I feel like everything has been spiky so far.
Yeah, and this is another reason why coming here before going to Angular would have been a good idea.
Yeah, definitely. There's the mirror shield. Looks like Arma, after getting the grappling hook, opted to go back and do Dragon Race backwards from here. Makes sense. I'm not sure if it's faster based on how much he did of DRC forward, how much they did of DRC forward. Looks like Bobby's gonna be the first to check basement big key chest.
I hope it's more cheese.
That would be funny. Yeah, it would be. I mean, yeah, but this is looking like a pretty fast seat. The other dungeon is Forsaken Fortress, and that one is the shortest dungeon of all the dungeons that we have available. So we're at this point we're missing swords, a couple bows, and I believe a shard across the runners. So among all the things we need to beat Forsaken Fortress.
Nice big key location.
Yep, pretty convenient. This tournament is called Miniblins because it is our more beginner-friendly tournament, similar to Skyward Sword Randomizer's Remlets. This is these have a few little less settings and less dungeons to make it a little bit easier to get into running Wind Waker Randomizer as a whole before the official season starts later in the year.
Yeah, I believe it's just named after like some small, slightly annoying creature that each game has, like how Ocarina of Time has scrubs as well.
Hey, sometimes they can be very annoying. So
True.
But yeah, this tournament is open to everyone. You'll get placed in. These are qualifier rounds right now, so based on your scores here, you will get placed into divisions of equal skill level. So we will, and then you'll play in a tournament bracket style from there. So if you want to participate, it's open to everyone. You can head over to the Wind Waker Discord. I think we have a command for the link. I'm not sure. But yeah, we'd love to have you if you are interested at all.
I am loving the Goma colours on Blue Sean's side.
Yeah, very purple. Alright, hopefully Bobby's the first one done here, and a quiver. Not very useful, especially considering we already start with one.
That's what I thought, and then I thought my memory was wrong. That's...
No, yeah, we do start with a quiver and a bomb bag. Just to make it a little bit more convenient and not, like, dangerous to go for, like, to use all your arrows and bombs and stuff. A little easier to route in. Alright, yeah, it looks like Bobby's heading back to Popper to get the scale the wall check. So I'm assuming it was spiky.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was spiky, but
I trust Bobby better than I trust myself, so
for sure, yeah. I would just check out panic.
yeah. Alright, looks like Blue Sean's heading over to do the same. I feel like that'll be pretty consistent across our runners. See what it has in store for us. We're looking for mainly Skullhammer, so we can do Forsaken Fortress. Hookshot would also be nice. Power Bursts, I don't think do anything this seed. So let's see what we end up with here.
Cheers!
I want to say that's the last known cheat. Like, I think we have all of our cheats found. I think the last one that Bobby's looking for is the one on Angular.
Oh, yeah, that might be it.
So yeah, Master Sword Chamber will be open. And that looks like where Bobby's heading right now, after Forest Haven.
Yeah, I don't know why I thought he was going to go into Forbidden Woods for a second, because that does not sound like a good use of time.
I mean, you could. It'd be pretty fun.
Yeah. I mean, he's fast enough. I bet he could still win anyway.
Probably. Here's the minute we're talking about here. Alright, I think it's our first check into Furores now, and there's the power bracelets I was talking about. Again, I don't think those are
Lovely.
useful to see.
Yeah, I can't think of why they would be, because we have bombs, so...
Yeah, I think the only thing that power bracelets open up that bombs don't in Miniblins is Earth Temple. So, I think once you get one of those, then you're pretty much set for getting most of those checks. Alright, Kanjo leaving, and Armageddon is a little bit, just slightly behind. And there's our Skull Hammer on Bobby's side.
Nice.
Probably the most important item that we were looking for.
I was hoping that would be the cheese and then the hammer would be on the Master Sword pedestal, but...
That would be evil. But also
yeah, let's hope
very
the hook shot's there now.
Yeah. As long as there's something in Master Sword Chamber, I'll be pretty happy.
Yeah, same.
It looks like Bobby's not gonna check Angular Isles yet. Just gonna head straight to Forsaken Fortress. This makes sense. It's the fastest thing you can check left. And you need to do it anyway. It's not gonna get faster, so doing it now makes a lot of sense. Alright, our first look into the Phantom Ganon fight. In a very clean fight overall. Tanjo getting their shard. It looks like Bouchon is going to check Angular Isles before leaving. I think Bobby probably wanted to wait for Fire and Ice Arrows before doing that, so they could route it in with Ice Ring.
I think one of the swords was found in Diamond Step, which Tanjo hasn't been to yet, so that's why he doesn't have it.
Yeah, Tanjo's the only one that hasn't been to Diamond Step yet. Like Bouchon is gonna go ahead and get this boomerang here.
Armageddon, please go straight to Hyrule.
Oh yeah, Armageddon is the first one to get the full Triforce here. I heavily respect the Master Sword Chamber play.
If he did skip Phantom Ganon chest, I assume he wants to store it to climb the building faster.
Yeah, so climbing a Forsaken Fortress the vanilla way is pretty slow. So if we can get storage on this ledge here that Bobby's doing right now, we can just store the chest and walk up the walls. Like I said, walls are just suggestions in this game.
Yeah, the chest was also not spiky anyway, so it's not a big deal if he hadn't opened it.
Yeah, we're also playing with chest type matches content, so any of those spiky, maroon spiky chests that you see are, they will have progression items in, and the brown chest will not.
What I don't know what Blue Sean is storing for. Is he gonna climb headstone or something?
That would
Because
be
he
my
doesn't have
guess.
it's been a while since I've seen that done, actually.
Yeah. Usually you like to peek it before doing this, just so that you know if you need to do it or not, because it's pretty slow to sail all the way to headstone and then climb up. But there's merit to doing it now, especially if there's not really much else you can do to route it in. And Armageddon is actually in Master Sword Chamber. Did a pretty clean fight, and is a spiky chest here.
Please be the hook shot. Oh wait, we already got that in Forsaken Fortress. Okay, yeah, be a sword.
It's bait bag.
What a bait bag location.
If we can't find something here on top of headstone, then maybe. But no, it's not anything, unfortunately.
Yeah, it was a silver rupee from what I saw, which is disappointing.
Well, the option of Needle Rock chest maybe potentially having something. There's another sword on Tando's side at Public Cabana. Yeah, unfortunately, the Hyrule Castle play not working out for Arma. They are just gonna sail away, presumably to Forest Haven? Oh no, Outset. Another good grandchild on Blue Sean's side. That's number 2. And Arma potentially looking to make it 3, but we'll see.
The bait bag is theoretically supposed to be used for Bird's Peak and technically can be used for the switch on top of Needle Rock, but Bird's Peak Rock is hinted barren, and I don't remember about Needle Rock.
Needle Rock is not hinted barren, but there's also a fire and ice check on that island, so people are probably waiting for that to do that check. And you can also get the bait bag check with fire and ice arrows, which is also faster. So they're probably just waiting for that to do those checks.
Yeah, it's nice that really the bait bag checks don't need to be done with the bait bag.
Yeah. Alright, Tanjo checking the bottom chest here in Labyrinth, and I think both were not spiky, so the only thing was the Master Sword on the top of the waterfall. So at this point we're missing a sword and 2 bows, I believe. And there's not many more places they can be. I mean, at this point I'm thinking that Needle Rock has our other bow, and then the last bow is fire and ice locked behind that bow.
I mean, I'm here for it.
It would be cursed, but it would be possible. Oh, we get to see a piggy by Armageddon. I forgot about this check. This is also another check that requires bait bag.
Yeah, actually, I didn't even consider this. I usually just see power bracelets and think, oh yeah, that's good. We can check Big Pig now.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, this is hopefully good for Armageddon, because no one else has gone to Master Sword Chamber yet, so they would get a pretty big lead off of this if it was something. And it's deluxe
Ooh.
pick though. Unfortunately, Minenko was hinted dead, which is the only
Oh,
pick
yeah, I forgot about that.
that requires. So
Damn.
not useful, but I respect it. Alright, so we're in another episode of all the runners checking stuff that we've already seen before. Oh, Blueshon getting storage on this ledge. This is my preferred ledge to get storage on Forsaken Fortress, but a little bit taller. Oh wait, are we doing the oh yes, I love this strat. This is my go-to strat that Blueshon's doing.
Ooh, I don't remember this one. Where is he going?
Yeah, so you can store the cutscene of Phantom Ganon and then talk to King of Red Lion. And then after the fight, you can keep your storage by ending the King of Red Lion text box, and then you can just open the chest and get chest storage from there.
That is so cool.
It is very cool. It's my favorite strat. I do it all the time. Yeah, so he just has this text box open during the cutscene, and then after it finishes, he'll end the text box and get his storage back, and then he can just open the chest.
Yeah, oh my god, I love that.
It's so fun. It's my favorite Phantom Ganon strat to do. Like Tanjo also following closely behind, just running up Forsaken Fortress as well. Oh, I didn't actually see where Bobby found the last sword.
Oh, same actually.
And I know there's one on Diamond Step, but I was too enthralled by Blueshon's amazing Phantom Ganon. I'm not sure where the last one was.
Maybe it was in Cabana, but I didn't pay
No,
attention.
Tanjo checked that and only has one sword.
True.
It might have been on Helmarock actually.
Oh.
Got from Helmarock. Well, there's Bobby's last shard. I mean, at this point, it's looking like Needle Rock has our last bow, behind Bait Bag, and then that bow locks another bow. So that would be my guess.
Wow. Helmarock is also showing off the good purple colours on Blueshorn's side.
Yeah.
Love it. Ooh.
Alright, that is 2 Forsaken Fortresses finished up. Now Armageddon getting their hook shot. And no, it was not on... The sword was not on Helmrock, so I'm not sure where it came from.
Yeah, I love that. We both missed where one of the most required items is.
Yeah. We're such good commentators.
Look, we care more about a really cool storage strat, and I think that's what's important.
I agree, actually. And they can't hire us because we're volunteers.
Exactly.
I think we're doing a great job.
Well, and I agree.
Looks like Blueshawn is heading over to check the Master Sword Chamber. Is going to get the bait bag. Probably going to be a little disappointed by the bait bag, but yeah, we knew about that sword. There was a sword on Cabana, and there was also a sword in Diamond Step, but I'm not sure where the last sword is.
That's where
Oh,
it is.
Arrow Missile. That makes sense.
Okay.
That's why we didn't see it.
Yeah, I mean, it basically was on Helm Rock then. We.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, Arrow casually mailing the sword that seals the darkness. A very clean fight by Blueshawn. Not losing Soup at all.
And Tanjo is now going to Diamond Step.
Yep. Gonna find their last sword and his last shard here. So is also just gonna be looking for 2 bows.
And I mean, he will also be in a good situation to go and check Needle Rock. Apart from that, he doesn't have bait bag, but depends if one of the bows is able to be got.
Yeah.
Actually,
I
yeah.
think the only thing left to check is Needle Rock, actually. So I feel like we're out of other checks that are in logic. So there's the bait bag for Bobby. Blueshot heading to Cabana, gonna get one of their swords here. Actually, we'll probably get both of their swords here through the mail. So it's just a race to find this last bow. We'll see where Blueshawn goes after this. I'd assume the only thing you can really do is the Needle Rock. But maybe,
Yeah.
I guess Headstone is also in logic, too.
Ooh. Oh yeah, and Bomb Island was hinted dead. I forgot about that.
Yeah. So we're really only looking at bait bag checks at this point. Which is crazy to think that bait bag in Master Sword Chamber locks the seed. But here we are. Like Tanjo's heading down there too. Gonna be the last one on restream to get the bait bag. Okay, we gotta see another pig yeet here. Alright, so that is all dungeons done on restream 2. Armageddon just finishing up. Yep, so Bobby heading to Headstone, and then last locationing the Needle Rock chest. Unfortunately, we know top of island on Headstone is going to be nothing, but you gotta check it anyway, it's right here.
Yeah, everyone does not want to go to Needle Rock apparently, which is fair.
Yeah, I mean, you want to wait until you can do both the checks, right? So you only have to take one trip, but in this case, going there with only one check available will unlock both of your checks, I think, so. Yeah, Bobby's the first one off to Needle Rock. Looks like Blue Sean is gonna probably follow closely behind.
Okay, yeah, so it wasn't spiky.
Yeah. So that did end up saving time on that peak. Yeah, there's a spiky on Needle Rock here. I think this has to be a bow here.
Yeah, I
guess
can't
it
see
could be
why it'd be anything else. Oh my god, yeah, if it's Wallet, I will actually laugh.
It could be Wallet too.
Okay, no, it is Paradise.
Oh, interesting. Bobby's not checking the Fire and Ice check here. Is gonna go straight
Oh.
to Windfall and check the creep checks here. Bobby is a big creeper.
You know what? Fair enough.
Yeah. I mean, I think this is the most amount of checks you can get. I think there's 3 checks here that Bobby has to do. Maybe only 2. I can't really tell. Oh, and doing the snipe here too. Trying to hit the windmill from the boat, so you don't have to go up and get the. So you don't have to come all the way back to get transparent checks.
Nice.
If they don't, yeah.
Well, it's spiky.
He might have. Bobby might have peeked that earlier and saw that it was spiky, which is why he's prioritizing this check.
Nice.
It would be well, wouldn't it?
Yeah, of course.
Alright, well, Bobby's gonna check wallet. We'll see what it is. If it's nothing, I presume he'll probably just quit out and go back to Needle Rock, where he's last saved. And it's nothing.
Nice.
Oh, he also has to go check creep, right? I kind of forget that you can check creep during the day. And it's lights. Okay, well.
Yeah, GG's to the Creepers. You win this
Yeah,
time.
Creepers win this time. That is go mode for Bobby. And a minute and 2 in. Or an hour and 2 in. Looks like Banjo just got Fire and Ice. Armageddon not far behind. And Tanjo doing the same play that Bobby did to go check the transparent chest first, while Armageddon is just finishing up Needle Rock before heading out. I think if you didn't peek the transparent chest, then Armageddon's play makes more sense. Just because you're already here and you have to come back if you end up not finding it.
Yeah, weird chain of required items seems normal for a Trez seed.
Yeah, there's always something that happens with a Trez seed. In this case, it was bait bag and master sword chamber leading to fire and ice into required creed. Yep, and there's the last fire and ice for Blue Sean here. And Blue Sean's also gonna leave.
Yes, hashtag blame Trez.
Well, absolutely. Alright. Lights happening here for Tanjo. That is also go mode for Tanjo.
Alright, so he's not going to be too far behind Bobby.
Yep. And Armageddon about to finish it up too. And Blue Sean is also falling pretty closely behind as well. So we'll see. It's gonna be a pretty tight race between, maybe not Bobby, but the other three.
Yeah, it's interesting. Things like going to see Creeb now or entering Dragon Roost was like a part where everyone merged after going different ways.
Yeah, they ended up doing a lot of the overworld differently, but ended up at the same spot, which is pretty cool. Alright, and that's go mode for our final runner on Restream. And we're off to Hyrule.
I'm going into Puppet Ganon now.
Yep. We'll see how Bobby does. Nice first shot. Clean second
Nice.
shot. Nice. Oh, tail behind the wall, of course. It wouldn't be PG-1 without some jank.
So real. Okay, not bad.
Pretty well done. Yeah, in terms of full amount of runners, we have 19 entrants here.
Yeah, good amount.
Yeah, it's a pretty good turnout. It's definitely more EU friendly this race time is, so. Alright, Bobby getting the second hit on the way up, not getting the third one though, unfortunately. Yeah, this is a tight race in general. No one's finished yet, and Bobby's looking to be our first. Heading into PG3.
Nice.
Going for trog shot, it looks like. And gets it.
Very
nice.
good.
Yeah, that was a fast puppet Ganon in general. Just needs to climb the rope and defeat Ganon. And we're going to be the second one on restream to enter puppet Ganon. Nice first shot for Tanjo. And a second.
Ooh, bit low.
Almost perfect.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, 3 out of 4 shots landed pretty nice. Bobby heading into the final fight here. Could be a sub 110 here, assuming this fight goes well.
Yeah, it looked like Armageddon also got a good phase 1.
Yeah, very nice. Bluetron also in phase 1 here. Yeah, very close. Just about a PG phase away from all of them. And that's time for Bobby. GG's.
GG's!
Very well. Still very respectable time, especially for these settings. Yeah, 110 is definitely on the lower end of times here. It looks like all of our runners are going to get pretty close to that. Definitely sub 120. Tanjo finishing up the puppet Ganon fight here. Yeah, Blue Sean phase 2, Armageddon phase 3. Right.
Oh,
no!
No! I was so close to saying one failed grapple skip could come between this,
Yeah.
and then that happened.
Luckily had enough magic to leap over to the rope. So we're not out of the woods yet, but we got it. Oh, I hate using the Wind Waker for grapple skip, it always messes up. One Laz finishing up. Here we go, second place for Laz, 1:11:42. Laz is another runner that showed up during Miniblins last year and started kind of destroying the competition. Alright, Tanjo. Clean first phase. Needs to get a little bit more damage here. Should do it. Armageddon actually falling pretty closely behind. Very close between all of our runners here.
Ooh, nice. Ooh, GG's.
Yeah, GG's Tanjo. Finishing third place here. Armageddon looking to get fourth. And Blushon just entering the Ganon fight as well. Alright, that's a GG's for Arma as well.
GG's.
We'll see if any of our runners here want to come in for an interview, but For now, we'll just enjoy this last Ganon fight that we have here for Blue Sean. Swinging the final phase here. Alright, and GG's to Blue Sean.
GG's.
Finishing up over here on the restream, 5th place, 113.40. So a very, very close race between all of our runners here on restream. Pretty fast seed though overall. I mean, Dragon Roost Cavern plus Forsaken Fortress means that the dungeons are going to be pretty fast. And aside from Dragon Roost Cavern kind of having everything, so that means that, like the rest of the overworld is kind of barren. It was pretty. The seed was pretty nice overall.
Yeah, the only thing that was questionable really was bait bag, but then we got the cheese basically really fast. So
yeah, we did get a lot of cheese. You know, especially at the start. Yeah, no, I don't think we really had to double dip. Everything kind of made sense with the seed.
yeah. Overall, I'm actually impressed how nice the seed really was.
But yeah, overall, pretty nice seed. This concludes our second race, qualifier race. There's one more in-person qualifier race, and there are 3 asynchronous qualifier races that you can do. If you'd like to join us. Speaking of which, welcome in Tanja. GG.
Yep. Hello.
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 Looks like we're gonna get Blue Sean in
Hello.
here too. GG's.
Thank you for the GGs.
Yeah. How do you guys feel about the seed?
It was okay.
Yeah.
That
So
bait bag was pretty
I
fun.
forgot what
Yeah.
was path to DRC. So I was kind of putting it off
Oh.
because I wasn't sure if grapple was going to be in there or not. And then,
Yeah.
Well, I mean, everybody on Restream waited until basically the last possible moment to enter DRC. Which is I probably would have gone in a lot sooner, but
yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
I was
no,
trying to like,
everyone-
I was trying to greet out like Deku Leaf for DRC. I don't know.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's what we're
Yeah.
kind of talking about. Yeah, and then bait bag ending up being in Master Sword Chamber, so you had to go there, leave, and then go to Needle Rock to get your Fire and Ice.
Yeah.
That wasn't not the best feeling, but
Yeah, that was the Trez spin on it.
Yeah. But I mean, we had lights on Creed, so it's fine, I guess.
the Retriever's eating good today.
Yeah, I left Needle Rock after I got the Fire and Ice because I remember the spiky on
Yeah.
the Spirit chest.
A
And I
few,
was kind of hoping that
yeah,
was gonna
most
be
of our
lights.
runners on Restream did that. I think
I did
Okay.
that.
Armageddon was the
Yeah.
only one that didn't.
Mm.
And of course, the spiky chest didn't end up having anything, but Creep did, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
it was kind of fake spiky.
Yeah. Yeah, but Cabana also being nothing is always kind of annoying too,
Yeah, that hurts.
especially without hookshot this time. But yeah, overall,
Yep.
it was okay.
Yeah, generally a pretty nice seed, I think. Definitely no ET Wind Temple seed.
That's
Or like
true.
the first qualifier where Earth Temple had Leaf.
Yeah, that was rough.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys
Looks like
have
it
that.
was a close finish.
Yeah, it was.
On
It was fun to watch
restream,
on
it looks like.
restream. All of you guys were about like one puppet Ganon phase apart between you, Kanjo, Blueshawn, and Armageddon. All three of you were kind of like one puppet Ganon phase apart.
Yeah, that's cool.
Be pretty cool to watch back.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys have any other thoughts on the seed that you'd like to point out.
No, not just
Um,
shout out Miniblins.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we'll hand this over to Trez to take us out then.
Alrighty then. I hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you all so much for watching. Thanks for joining the race or just having a good time. Big shout out to all our volunteers, to Joshi, to Lyric, to Fastest One, to Bluesy, and no, not to Bluesy. To Bluesy, of course, as well. My God, but to Arctic Friend and to Yoichi Amaka. And I hope you all join us for the next time. Thank you so much for watching, and bye bye.
Bye.